Pakistan is today releasing the captured Indian pilot. Does this mean this crisis is now over?
Well, we never wanted the crisis to take place. If India had carefully listened to what Pakistan was saying, this would have never happened. We said, share evidence with us. We said, we're willing to cooperate. We said, let's sit and talk. That's the only sensible way forward. Two neighbors, two atomic powers, can they afford going to war? Suicidal.
So have you received any message from the Indian Prime Minister? Has the Prime Minister Imran Khan received any message yet?
Well, we've made all the right overtures, but he seems under a lot of domestic pressure. He seems in a very tight position.
So no response so far to those overtures?
Not yet.
And the international community seems very concerned that this could have escalated into a full-blown war, possibly even involving nuclear weapons. How realistic or how serious a possibility was that, do you think?
Well, it's a very serious situation we are in. We still are. It isn't over. You know, the Indian Air Force is fully mobilized. The Pakistan Air Force is fully mobilized. We are on high alert. No flights are coming in or going out. You know, so it's a very serious situation, and I hope the Indians realize that. Pakistan wants peace. We want stability. We want to look forward. Here in Pakistan, there's a new government with a new mindset, with a new approach, and we want to resolve issues. We have issues. Obviously, we have issues, but how do we resolve them? By firing missiles at each other? No, by talking to each other, by sharing evidence and finding a way forward.
This crisis began with an attack on Indian territory by a Pakistani-based militant group, Jaish-e-Mohammed. Now it's wide...
We are not sure of that.
Well, you're not sure that Jaish-e-Mohammed is based in Pakistan?
No,
or that Jaish-e-Mohammed claimed responsibility
no.
for it?
They have not.
They have claimed responsibility.
They have not. There's confusion on that.
Where's the confusion?
The confusion is that the leadership, when contacted, they said no.
Which the leadership's been contacted by who, sir?
By people over here. They say they deny that. That's the confusion. The point
so who's contacted the leadership of Jaish-e-Mohammed in Pakistan?
They're people who are known to them. They're people who are known to them.
And they've said that we weren't responsible.
They claim no responsibility.
But they issued a press release on their official channels. We all received it.
What I'm saying is there's confusion. There are conflicting reports on it.
The kind of consensus seems to be, because this claim of responsibility came through the official channels, that Jaish-e-Mohammed was responsible. And the perception is that Pakistan has never really cracked down on militant groups that target India. Why should anyone believe that Pakistan will do that now?
We have prescribed JUD. The so-called nerve center of Jaish-e-Mohammed in Bahawalpur has been taken over by the Punjab government.
The information minister said that that wasn't linked to Jaish-e-Mohammed, though.
There's a madrasa that the world and Indians have been talking about as a training camp. Now, the media was taken there, and what did they see? Is in front of you.
The target of these Indian airstrikes in Pakistani territory, India says, was another Jaish-e-Mohammed training camp. Now, it seems quite clear that nothing like that was hit, but we do know that Jaish-e-Mohammed run a madrasa there, because they've claimed that in their own magazine. That shows that it's operating there openly, isn't it?
Listen, India, what did they claim? They claimed that they had hit 3 terrorist camps. Where are they? Right? They claimed that they killed 350 terrorists. Where are the bodies? Right? They claimed that their airplanes, military aircrafts, were violating Pakistan airspace for 25 minutes. That's not correct.
No one
Now,
seems to believe the Indian claims.
Not even people in India.
But there is this article within Jaish-e-Mohammed's own magazine that talks about this madrasa close to where Indian planes bombed. So doesn't that show that this group is allowed to operate despite officially being banned?
I can speak for this government. Here is a new government with a new mindset, with a new approach. And our policy is very clear. We will not allow Pakistani soil to be used by any group, any organization for terrorist activity against anyone, including India. That's our policy, one.
Were mistakes made in the past, that means?
What I'm saying is, they could be, I don't want to go into the past. If we go into the past, then they could be fingers pointing on both sides. Now, at this stage, we want to de-escalate. Or do we want to get into a sort of a game of sort of mudslinging? I don't want that. I want de-escalation. I want diffusion. I feel tensions are too high. The tempers have to be brought down. The Indian media, unfortunately, not entire media, but a section of that media, is behaving very irresponsibly. They are whipping up war frenzy, and they're not helping the region. And they're playing a very dangerous game.
I want to come on to the role of the Indian election in this, but before that, I do want to press you on the founder of Jaish-e-Mohammed, Masood Azhar. He is here in Pakistan. Can you tell us, is he under any kind of active investigation? Is he under house arrest or facing any restriction on his activities?
We are willing to listen to any reasonable proposal. Now, we have courts in this country, and courts are independent. When you take action against an individual, no matter who he is, you will have to prove your point in the court of law. What we are saying to the Indians, if you have something, please share it with us. And if you do, then we can articulate a case in court and we can justify action against that individual or that organization to the people of Pakistan.
And they've given you this dossier. Does there seem to be that level of intelligence in that dossier to allow that, do you think?
Well, the dossier was received yesterday. We are studying the dossier. And frankly, I'm saying through your program that if India wants to initiate a dialogue based on this dossier, we are willing to engage with them. The Russian foreign minister has offered mediation. He has said we are willing to provide a platform for talks between India and Pakistan. I'm saying Pakistan is ready for that. The Indians can take their own decision. The Secretary General of the UN is saying he is willing to offer his good offices for de-escalation. I'm saying we welcome that. Come to the region, play your role. President Trump has made a very positive statement. I thank him for that. The British Foreign Secretary, China is playing a role. The European Union has come out with a statement. Pakistan wants de-escalation. Pakistan wants peace in the region. We want to go back to the Western Front, where the negotiations are at a very delicate stage, where we are very close to peace. After 17 years, warring factions are sitting on the negotiating table. This is a historic opportunity, a historic moment. This diversion is a distraction for Pakistan. We don't want to lose focus.
Now, there are elections coming up in India. If Mr. Modi is re-elected as Prime Minister, do you think it's possible for the Pakistan-India relationship to improve or not?
See, he has boxed himself. He has taken such an extreme position. You know, the pendulum has gone so far. Coming back would be challenging for him. But it's for the people of India to decide. I can't speak for them.
But is he someone that the Pakistani government here is happy to deal with?
We will deal with anyone who's the elected representative of the people of India.
And one final question on Masood Azhar. The United States, Britain and other countries want to see him listed in the United Nations as a designated terrorist. Are they wrong?
We are against terrorism. We are against terrorism, whether committed by an individual or an organization or state. You know, look at the conditions in Indian occupied Kashmir. Why does the world overlook the human atrocities, the torture, the killing, the maiming, the use of pellet guns? Double standards will not sell.
But you have no problem with Masood Azhar being designated as well as highlighting the very valid human rights abuses in Indian administered Kashmir.
We are open if we have solid evidence, if we have proof. We are open to move in the right direction. We as a state have suffered on account of terrorism. We've had 70,000 casualties. We know what terrorism is. We paid a price, physical, economic. We are international partners against terrorism, and we are willing to reverse extremism.